Hello and welcome back to the channel where flavor knows no borders. This is Food Around Me.
If you think Nordic cuisine is just bland salmon and bread, you're in for a huge surprise. From buttery sautéed reindeer to a pitch-black dessert that looks like mud but tastes strangely sweet, Finland's food will leave even Americans speechless. Let's dive in. Can you believe that a small pastry once symbolized survival in the freezing winters of Northern Europe? That pastry is karjalanperukka, also known as the Karelian pasty. At first sight it looks simple, a thin crust made of barley flour filled with rice or potato. But for the Finnish people it tells a story of forests, lakes, and harsh winters. Barley was the only grain that could survive in the cold soil. Inside the crushed rice or potato was the food that kept families alive when snow covered the land. The best part is that it is usually eaten with egg, butter, creamy and fragrant, turning the humble pastry to something full of life. Finnish cuisine always carries three elements: forest, lake, and winter. You find salmon, reindeer, barley bread, and desserts made with berries. But karjalanperukka is different. It is not flashy or luxurious, it is the taste of resilience. What do you think about karjalanperukka, a small pastry that carries the spirit of Finland? If you had the chance, would you like to try this simple food that UNESCO has recognized as heritage? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and do not forget to subscribe because many more surprising food journeys are waiting for you. There is a bread that Finnish people see as the soul of their nation, that is rusleipä, the sour rye bread. It is nothing like the soft white bread we usually know. Rusleipä is dense, heavy, and sharply sour, made from naturally fermented rye flour. It has a strong flavor, even a bit challenging for newcomers, but for Finnish people it is not only food, it is identity. During the long cold winters when wheat could not grow, rye became the savior. Rusleipä lasted long and helped families survive through the snow season. And here comes the twist: while the world chases soft, sweet, and easy bread, the Finnish stand proudly with rusleipä, a bread that may be tough but has been named the national food. Sometimes the sharp, sour taste is exactly the flavor of resilience. If you love food, hit subscribe for more adventures. We are talking about a dish that is the definition of a hearty meal. We are talking about kalakukko. The magic of kalakukko is in its perfect design. The outside is a thick, sturdy rye bread crust, which acts like a protective shell. Inside, you have a rich and delicious filling of fresh fish, often salmon, layered with tender pork and a generous amount of butter. The whole thing is baked for hours, allowing the flavors to meld together into a single, cohesive, and incredibly satisfying taste. Can you believe that in Finland, there is a dish almost the entire country eats together every Thursday? That dish is hernekeitto, the traditional pea soup. At first glance it looks simple, a thick green soup made from dried peas with smoked pork and a hint of sharp mustard. But for the Finnish people, this is the taste of connection. From schools to the army to small diners, everyone serves pea soup on Thursday. Why Thursday? One theory is that it comes from the Middle Ages, when Friday was a fasting day for religious reasons, so on Thursday people prepared a strong, hearty meal to carry them through. Over time, hernekeitto became tradition and part of Finnish identity. Finnish cuisine always circles around forest, lake, and winter. You find rich salmon from icy lakes, strong reindeer from the northern forests, sour rye bread that lasts through snow, and of course sweet berry desserts. But hernekeitto is different. It is not about showing off, it is about holding the rhythm of society together. And here comes the twist: many think pea soup is just cheap food. The truth: it is a national dish linked with history. It fed soldiers during wars, and today it still stays on the weekly menu. A humble pot of soup, yet it carries the soul of Finland. Would you dare to try a dish made from reindeer, the iconic animal of the Arctic? In Finland, the dish is called porankeriastis, or sauté reindeer. It is not just a meal, it is the soul of the northern land. The meat is sliced thin, fried with butter or fat, mixed with onion and sometimes dark beer for rich flavor. On the plate, it is always served with creamy mashed potatoes and tangy pickled cucumbers, balancing fat, salt, and sour in one bite. Why reindeer? Because in the north of Finland, reindeer is not only a wild animal, it has been part of life for the Sami people, the indigenous community. They have herded reindeer for centuries, using the meat for food, the skin for clothing, and the antlers for tools. The reindeer has been their companion through endless winters. Can you believe that with only salt and dill, the Finnish people created a dish so refined it became a symbol of Christmas tables? That dish is gravi lohi, cured salmon. At first sight, gravi lohi looks simple: thin slices of salmon cured with salt, sugar, and fresh dill, then left for a few days to absorb flavor. But when you taste it, the fish is soft, sweet, and fragrant, with herbs both rustic. The origin goes back to old fishermen who needed to preserve food in the cold north. Salt was their secret weapon, turning salmon into something that could last long and taste even better. Around the world, raw fish is often seen as luxury, but in Finland, gravi lohi is humble tradition, served everywhere from family meals to national banquet. It is the spirit of Nordic lakes, pure and enduring. Have you ever tasted a cheese that squeaks when you chew it? Sounds strange, right? That is lipajuusto, the Finnish squeaky cheese. It is made from fresh cow, goat, or reindeer milk, then baked until the surface turns golden brown. When you bite it, the cheese is chewy and makes a playful sound that surprises first-timers. The special part is how it is eaten. Finns often enjoy lipajuusto with cloudberry jam, a rare fruit from the Arctic. The sweet and sour jam mixed with the salty, rich cheese makes an unforgettable combination. Lipajuusto, it was once a simple rural dish for special occasions. Today, it has become a national food symbol, found from family tables to fine dining. A piece of squeaky cheese tells the story of Finland itself. Do you know that Finland also has its own version of meatballs? Yes, and they are called lihapullit, the traditional fried meatballs. At first sight, they look like other meatballs, small and round, fried until golden brown. But the difference is in how they are served. Finns usually eat lihapullit with creamy mashed potatoes, rich cream sauce, and sometimes pickled cucumbers or berry jam to balance the taste. This dish is deeply tied to family life. It appears in daily meals, weekend gatherings, and even school cafeterias. For Finnish people, lihapullit is more than food, it is childhood memory and warmth on the table. And here comes the twist: many visitors confuse lihapullit with Swedish meatballs, but Finns proudly say this is their own Nordic style, a small meatball, but full of the taste of home. Have you ever tried lihapullit or any other type of meatball? Share your thoughts in the comments, and do not forget to subscribe because many more Nordic food journeys are waiting for you.